Hey sis, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the full blueprint on how I lost 15 pounds in just 20 days. No keto, no starving myself, no extreme dieting. I just ate real foods and stuck to a plan that actually worked for me without overcomplicating it. And I want you guys to stick with me throughout this whole video, because by the time we are done with it, you're going to have the exact same plan I used and the exact same knowledge I gained throughout my journey. Not something I Googled, not something I saw on TikTok, but something that actually worked for me. I'm going to break it all down, from what I ate to what I stopped doing, what I added into my routine, how I stayed consistent when motivation was gone, everything. I'm not going to sit here and give you a 2-minute, drink lemon water video, because that's not how I operate. If you want quick fixes, then this video is just not the video for you. But if you want to actually build habits that last, and if you're tired of your weight going up and then back down and then back up like I was, then this is the video for you. And let me tell you guys something before we jump any further into this video. I used to be stuck. And when I say stuck, I don't mean the, I can't lose this last 5 pounds stuck. I'm talking about truly stuck. I would start working out for a week, then fall off again within the next few days. I would tell myself, okay, I'm gonna eat healthier finally. Then a few days later, I'll be at Chick-fil-A with a fries and a milkshake, wondering to myself, why am I like this? What's wrong with me? And I thought for the longest time that maybe something is wrong with me. Maybe I'm lazy. Maybe I just don't have the discipline. Maybe I'm just not the person that could be fit and that could have a flat stomach. But the truth is, I was not lazy. I was just overwhelmed. I was listening to too many people giving me conflicting advice, and I just did not know what was true anymore. One person over here said cut out carbs. One person over here said only do cardio. Then somebody else said calories don't matter, just eat clean. It was like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces, until I simplified it for myself, and that's when everything changed. So if you're watching this video right now and thinking, that's me, that's where I'm at, then this is the exact video for you. You don't need to change everything about your life overnight. You just need to stop doing what's not working and focus on what actually matters. Now I'm going to break this video up in sections so that you could really follow along. My exact food strategy, and no, I do not count my calories like a crazy person. What I stopped doing that made my weight finally fall off. My exact workout plan, and no, you do not need a gym for this. The mental shifts that helped me stick to this for more than 3 days at a time. The biggest mistake that a lot of beginners make that had me stuck for years. And then at the end of the video, I will give you my personal hacks that sped everything up. I need you locked in. Turn Instagram off. Close your notifications for a second. This is your time to really focus. And before we even move on, I want you to drop in the comments what's the #1 thing that you struggle with when it comes to weight loss. I want to know, so that way I could keep making videos that help you. Alright, so let's start from the top. Food. Because that is where 80% of your results will come from. I'm going to be real with you guys. I did not really know how to eat for my body. I was the girl that would try every single trend. I would skip meals. I tried cutting out bread. I've done low carbs, no carbs, only smoothies, fasting until 2 p.m. I've literally tried everything. I'd always lose like 4 pounds really fast, then gain 6 pounds back immediately after. You ever done that before? Lost 5, gained 7? Because yeah, that was me. The biggest problem I had with food was very simple. I was eating like I did not have any goals. But not because I didn't care. I actually did care, but I was eating for comfort. I was eating because I was bored. I was eating because other people around me were eating. I was not eating for fuel. So here's what changed everything for me. I stopped snacking like I was at a movie theater all day. I used to sit at my desk or on the couch eating a whole bag of trail mix, thinking that I was eating healthy. It wasn't that I was broken, it's just I was overeating without even realizing it. So I made a new rule for myself. If I'm not truly hungry, I don't need food right now, period. And here's the thing, I did not stop eating foods that I loved. I just stopped eating them like I was at a birthday party all day, every day. For example, I love fries, love them, and I still eat them. But instead of me eating them every single day, I do burger and fries once a week. And that alone probably dropped me 3 pounds that first month without even exercising yet. Now, let me break down exactly what I was eating, because I know details are always key. I'm not just going to tell you, eat healthy, like that's helpful. I stopped skipping breakfast because that was my first issue. I thought skipping breakfast would save me calories. But guess what? By noon, I'd be starving, and then I would start to overeat later on in the day. So I made sure that I started my day off with protein. Here's what I ate. 2 scrambled eggs, 2 turkey bacons, and sometimes I would do oatmeal with cinnamon on the side too. Depending on how hungry I was, most of the time I would add the oatmeal into my routine though. Real food, balance, protein, fiber, carbs. Keeps me full until lunch. And if I was in a rush, protein shake. Easy. And let me stop here because I already know somebody's gonna be in the comments saying, well, okay, what if I don't like breakfast foods? That's fine. Just eat dinner or lunch foods for breakfast. I don't care if you eat baked chicken with a side of veggies for breakfast, as long as you are eating your breakfast. The goal is protein in real food. I don't care if it looks like brunch. I don't even care if you eat breakfast food at dinner time. As long as it's protein and it's filled with, you know, the stuff that you need, the nutrients you need, veggies, fiber, carbs, protein, you're fine. Now for lunch, this is where I cleaned it up. So I started making bowls. I'm talking about turkey bowls, chicken bowls, shrimp bowls, protein, rice and veggies, avocado oil or olive oil for my healthy fat. For example, ground turkey with jasmine rice, spinach, avocado, and a little bit of salsa on top. Takes literally 10 minutes to make, and it tastes like something from Chipotle, but healthier. And I'll say this, I didn't get bored eating the same meals because I learned how to switch up the seasonings. One day Cajun, next day teriyaki, one day garlic and lemon. For dinner, it will be the same strategy. Protein first, veggies, then carbs. One of my favorites was always salmon with roasted broccoli and sweet potatoes. Notice how I'm not saying stuff like, oh, I ate salads with no flavor and a single almond. No. I ate real food, flavorful food, and the weight still came off. Now, snacks. I know you guys probably love snacks because I do too. But here's the thing. Snacking was ruining my results because my snacks were basically meals. Chips, cookies, candies, and all these were causing me to overeat without me even realizing it. So I swapped my snacks for things like Greek yogurt, protein shakes, rice cakes with peanut butter, sliced apples with cinnamon, or fruit. The snacks weren't snacks anymore. They were basically mini meals with some protein in it. That way I wasn't starving before dinner. And I'm gonna be honest with you, once I started eating protein with every meal and stopped snacking on a bunch of junk, I was so full that I didn't even want dessert half the time. But if I did want dessert, I had it, just not all the time. Some good examples would be dark chocolate, protein ice cream, or even frozen berries. The point is, I did not go on some restrictive cleanse. I ate real meals with real protein. No cutting out food groups, no extreme dieting, just grown women eating with our goals in mind. Real quick though, drop in the comments if you want me to do a separate video with just me breaking down weight loss meals, because I could put that together and make a video for that too. Losing fat is not about eating perfectly, it is about eating better. If you used to drink 4 sodas a day and now you drink 1, that is still progress. If you use a snack all night and now you only snack once, that is progress. Stop chasing perfection, chase better choices. Alright, next up, I'm about to tell you the next thing I changed that made the biggest difference outside of food. Let's talk liquid calories and how I was literally drinking my results away without even realizing it. This right here was one of the most frustrating realizations for me. I was doing all this work, I was eating better, I was working out daily, but the fat was not moving. It was still on my body. And you want to know why? It's because I was drinking my results away. Let me give you a quick list of what I was drinking back then because I wrote it down. And I know I say don't track the calories, but I put the calories beside each one just so you can get a gist of how many calories these sugary drinks really have in them. Caramel iced coffee from Starbucks, 350 calories easily. Lemonade with my lunch, another 200 calories. Flavored iced tea with dinner, 150 calories. That's almost 900 calories a day just in drinks. Almost 900 calories of liquid doing absolutely nothing to keep me full. It's like, imagine you're trying to save money and every day you're throwing $20 in a trash can without even realizing it. That is what drinking your calories is like when you are trying to lose weight. So here's the switch I made. I started drinking water. And I know that sounds boring, but that's really what worked. Sparkling water when I wanted something fizzy. Zero sugar soda sometimes, but I made water my main drink. Black coffee or coffee with a little bit of almond milk or oat milk. Unsweetened teas, and I would add lemon or cucumber to my water to make it feel a little bit fancy when I was bored. That change alone probably dropped me 5 pounds within the first 3 weeks. No workouts yet either. Just by cutting my liquids down. Don't feel restricted, don't feel starved, just make smarter choices. I'm not saying you can never indulge in these type of drinks ever again, but I am saying you cannot have it every single day and expect to see results. Here's a good rule of thumb that I used. Fun drinks, 1 or 2 days a week, max. Water, every single day. And I'll say this one more time. I did not give up my favorite drinks. I gave up the habit of drinking it all the time. That is a big difference. Next, we're going to get into the exact cardio I did to help me speed this whole process up. And no, it was not running. Let's get into what I call my secret weapon when it comes to losing fat and overall fat loss. And it's funny because it's not even really a secret. It's just so simple that people often ignore it. And that is walking. And when I tell you walking changed the game for me, I mean it. Let me break down exactly how this happened for me. When I first started trying to lose weight, I had focused on food only. And it started working for me and I started seeing progress at first. But after about 2 weeks, I hit a wall. I wasn't gaining, but I wasn't losing anymore either. And I realized my body was not burning that many calories a day because I was just sitting too much. I wasn't doing any movement. I'd eat my breakfast, sit down and work, sit scrolling through TikTok, sit scrolling through Instagram, sit watching movies, sit eating dinner, and repeat the cycle. So I was like, okay, what is the simplest thing I could do to burn more calories? Not what's the trendiest, not what the hardest is, but what I could actually do and stay consistent with it. And that was walking. And walking is just underrated, period, in general. It burns calories, it reduces stress, it's easy on your joints, you don't need equipment, and you could do it anywhere. So here is exactly what I did. I made a goal to hit 8 to 10K steps a day. And I know that sounds like a lot, but here's how I broke it down to be a little bit simpler for me. In the morning, I would walk around my house, literally pacing around my living room for about 10 minutes before I sat down and did some work. That was an easy 1K step there. In the afternoon, I would walk when I was on the phone, pace around, or even if I'm texting, or even if I'm listening to music, just pacing around, and that got me 2 to 3K steps in just with that. In the evening after dinner, I would go for a 20 or 30-minute walk outside, or even just walk around my house while watching TV. No gym membership, no running, just daily intentional walking. Have you ever finished a workout, felt good, then sat down for 6 hours straight? That was me. So I had to fix that by adding in more movement throughout the day. Little things all add up. If you can't get to 10K steps right now, start with 5K. That is still progress and that's still some form of movement. And if you hate walking outside or just have a safety issue with that, you could walk in place from home. Just walk inside your house in place. I used to do that all the time and I still do. I look goofy sometimes walking just around my living room randomly, but you know what? My belly fat was shrinking and my waist was shrinking, so it was all worth it. And I'll say it again for my people in the back, cardio does not have to be miserable. You do not need to suffer to get in shape, you just need to move more. Comment, I'm walking with you if you are going to start today. Next up, I'm going to tell you guys how lifting weights changed the shape of my body and how I got rid of my fear of strength training overall, thinking that I was going to get too bulky. Losing weight is one thing, but what I realized is just losing weight is just not enough. I didn't just want to be small, I wanted to be shaped. I wanted curves, I wanted definition. I wanted to look like I worked for it, not just like I just shrunk down. That's when I realized cardio burns calories, but strength training shapes you. And I know some of you guys are probably thinking right now, but Kay, I do not want to get bulky. So let me just clear that up right now. Unless you're lifting super duper heavy, eating a ton of calories, and just training like a professional bodybuilder, you're not going to get bulky. You're going to get toned, tight, and shaped. I started with body weight exercises in my living room. I did glute bridges on the floor. I did squats without weights. I used water bottles or soup cans when I didn't have dumbbells. And when I finally got comfortable, I bought myself a pair of 10-pound dumbbells. That was it. I do squats holding those dumbbells. I do deadlifts holding those dumbbells. I would do hip thrusts holding those dumbbells. Basic, simple, and effective. I didn't follow some crazy 7-day split like a lot of influencers do online. I just moved my body with resistance 3 to 4 days a week. Here's what started to happen. My stomach got flatter, but more importantly, my shape came in. My arms started to get definition. My thighs got shape. My glutes lifted rounder and tighter. And I'm telling you, once I started seeing my shape change, I got addicted. Not to the scale, but to the mirror. Here's what I wish someone told me sooner. Weight loss alone does not make you confident. Shaping your body does. Lifting makes you feel strong and makes you feel powerful, no matter how heavy or how light the weight is. And lifting weights burns more calories over time. So even when you're just sitting on a couch resting afterwards, you are burning off calories. And here's a secret not a lot of people talk about. Building muscle helps you tighten loose skin. A lot of people are scared to lose weight because they think they'll just have a lot of saggy leftover skin. Muscle fills that out. Muscle is what gives you that fit look. Let me break down exactly what I did in case you would like to do the same. My strength training routine 3 to 4 times per week was 3 sets of 12 squats, 3 sets of 15 glute bridges or hip thrust, bent over rows, 3 sets of 10, overhead shoulder presses, 3 sets of 10, female push-ups, I would do as many as I could, and I would do a 30 to 60 second plank. Simple, no fancy equipment, no complicated plans. Lifting weights changed more than just my body, it changed my confidence. Every time I lifted more than I could last week, I feel like it just added a boost to my confidence and just my self-esteem overall. I started showing up in life differently, and that energy spills into every other part of your life. Your job, your relationships, your self-worth. Confidence is not built in your mind, it's built in your actions. Now, we are almost at the end, so sit tight, because coming up, I'm going to talk about the biggest mistake that almost stopped me from losing weight in general. Plus the exact mental shift that made all of this permanent. Alright, now let's bring this all home. You've got the food blueprint now, you've got the movement plan, you've got the strength training. But before you click off this video, I need you to hear this part. Because mindset is the only thing that's going to keep you going when motivation runs out. And trust me, motivation will run out. So let me give you the biggest mistakes I made when I started this journey so you do not have to repeat them. Mistake number 1, waiting for motivation. Motivation is cute, but it is not reliable. I didn't feel like eating better every day. I did not feel like walking every day, but I did it anyways. And here's what I learned. Discipline builds motivation, not the other way around. Mistake number 2, thinking that I had to be perfect. I used to think if I messed up once, then the whole week was just ruined. That is a lie. One bad meal does not ruin your progress, just like how one healthy meal does not automatically make you fit. It's about what you do most of the time, not all of the time. Mistake number 3, comparing my journey to other people's. You ever scrolled on Instagram or TikTok and seen someone's before and after pictures and was just like, why don't I look like that yet? I've been there before, but you have to remember that you don't know that person's full story. Your body is not going to look exactly like anybody else's, and it's not supposed to. Your job is to be your best, not their best. Now let's flip it. What changed everything for me? My mindset. I stopped asking myself, how long will this take? And I started asking myself, who do I want to be? Do I want to be the version of me that gives up every 2 weeks? Or do I want to be the version of me that keeps promises for myself? Every time I wanted to quit, I would tell myself that future me is waiting on this version of me to stop quitting and stop playing games with myself. And I'll tell you another truth. Fat loss is not punishment. It's not about shrinking yourself to become more acceptable to the world. It's about becoming stronger, healthier, more energized, and more capable. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to walk into a room with confidence. You deserve to wear what you want without feeling like you have to hide yourself. And you deserve to feel proud of yourself again. And guess what? It starts with one meal, one step, one rep at a time. No one's coming to save you, but you don't need saving. You've got you. And I'm here with you every step of the way, making videos like this because I know how it feels to be stuck. But I also know how it feels to finally win. And if you're still watching, drop a heart emoji in the comments so I know that you stayed here with me throughout this video. So please hit that subscribe button because more real videos like this are on its way. And check out my workout programs linked in the description below. It's your time to become the best version of you. So let's go. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.